So you want to flip a house. You've come to the right video. Because we can tell you from experience, it's not all it's hyped up to be.
No.
It's if you think that 30-minute TV show you're watching on how to flip a house is all cupcakes and cotton candies, you're in for a rude awakening.
Well, I always wonder, like, I see more and more on like Instagram, social media, people that I know who are realtors, they like go to these flipping classes.
Seminar?
Yeah,
let me hold one.
But I wonder if anyone is actually flipping. Like they just share that they're there, right? Like, oh, we're learning about flipping. We're going to see a house, but no one ever shares if they've done it, how much they made, what the process was like. And I think that's something that people have appreciated about our Instagram.
Transparency.
Yeah, because
full transparency.
Yeah, because it's fucking hell. And sometimes there's not a lot of profit.
No. I feel like we've been pretty fortunate to make money on every deal other than the first one I like broke even. Technically we made money, but the process took so long, I lost money. I'll chop it up as a wash.
But I also think that people are like, oh, you flipped a home and you made 40 grand. But it's like, we made 40 grand in like 8 months. Like, yeah, break that down. It's not like.
Right. Or you get the occasional, oh, you bought a home for 1.3 and sold it for 2.3. You made $1 million. It's like, no, we made good money. But
we did make good.
We made good money. The cost of construction, the holding costs, the repairs, the cost to my sister for designing and staging, the cost of the contractor. At the end of the day, the goal is to make 10% of the sale price. So if you guys are watching this and if you've taken any of these classes or courses, they're gonna tell you the end goal is to make 10% of the sale price as far as profit goes. My goal is to make a minimum of 10%, like bare minimum. I should be trying to hit like 15, even 20. But I know times are tough. Some investors are willing to take a lot less, 5 to 10, but it's also because they do a massive amount of volume. So the guy like me, who's doing one house a year, if that, I need to make 10 to 15% bare minimum, because that's technically my annual income, versus a guy doing 10 deals who can say I can make 5 to 7 because he's doing $10 million in volume. So he can make up for it at the end of the year.
I also think that some of those guys, and not all of them, are just stamping out the same design over and over, which we try really hard to stay away from. And I do feel like it can be a negative when it comes to cost, right? Daniel and I do not want to grab the cheapest white shaker vanity and put it in every single bathroom in the same house. We want the homes to make sense. We want them to feel curated. We want them to be unique.
We're taking pride in the product.
Absolutely.
So I think I started off the video as saying you want to flip a house. So there's flippers, there's rehabbers, then there's revivers. I think we are no longer, or we've never been a flipper.
No.
I don't like the term. Some of you guys are like, let's flip a house, but it's like, let's flip a car, let's flip anything. It's just to make a quick buck, right? You don't care who it goes to, how they deal with it. You're passing the problems along with somebody else. I like to think of us as rehabbers and revivers, because I love to retain character.
Yes. If
I can keep a product in a home, if we could save floors, we're trying to do that. Not because it's cost effective.
No, it's not.
Because sometimes saving stuff is not cost effective, and we debate about this. But at the end of the day, the product you put out is going to reflect the price you get. So we've been fortunate enough to get above and beyond our asking price in most cases, because the product we are selling is a product that's in demand. It's unique.
Yeah.
It functions. It's practically new. It's ready. It's like turnkey. So I think if you guys are gonna try to get into the home rehabbing, reselling business, you really got to take pride in your product, because the product is going to reflect you. And if you're going to be in this for long term, you need to be able to stand behind the product.
I think we see it often, you know, we'll go tour a property that has been
shit.
Yeah. That has been flipped or, you know, flipped.
Horrible.
And you can, things that are wrong are so obvious. It's obvious for anyone, not just for us, because I feel like Daniel has such a great eye when it's like, oh, that's, yeah, like that's off. I think that's probably because you're an artist too, but he can just see like, oh, that's off center. This is not right. He can just see things from a distance, like, oh, this is crooked. But obvious things that are wrong for your average person, my first thought is, if this is what we can see, what can we not see?
Right.
How did they, yeah, what did they do with plumbing? Did they do this kind of Mickey Mouse job with the plumbing? Did they do a Mickey Mouse job with the electrical? Because those are scary when, you know, people are coming to buy a house. A lot of time, first time home buyers, right?
Gas leaks.
Yeah, it's like, if all of these things are wrong on the surface because somebody didn't take pride in their work, or they were trying to save on budget and they put in things that, sometimes it just seems like, did you just put in a broken cabinet? Like, how are the cabinets not closing? Right? Something as simple as that. But it's like, if they didn't take pride in that or didn't spend the money there, where else did they cut corners? And
everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's truly important. So I think, like, number one thing is acquiring the house at a price to where you know, hey, I can put in this much money and the house is going to probably need more than you think, and still make a profit.
Right. And also, when rehabbing a house, know where the money's going to go to get your money back. So I've seen a lot of charts that say, oh yeah, if you redo a bathroom, for every dollar you put into a bathroom, you get X amount of dollars back. And that is true. In most cases, kitchens and bathrooms sell houses, so you want to spend most of your money and focus on the kitchen and the bathrooms. That's where most people spend their time. A bedroom, you're just going in there to sleep. Like, it doesn't need to be super baller.
We know men spend most of their time in the bathroom.
Yeah, I want to give me the gold-plated toilet. I want my ass to feel luxurious.
The one that washes your butt, the bidet.
I don't want nothing tickling my butthole. Okay? I don't want that. I'll use a butt wipe. All right, what I'm trying to say is, spend money where you're gonna get your money back. I see a lot of people say, oh, let's put stack stone on the front of the house. It's like, that does not get your money back.
No.
Let's add a fence. Depending on how big of a fence or if the privacy is necessary, it may be dollar for dollar back. So is dollar for dollar return worth it to you to do this? If you're putting $1 in and getting 70 cents back, 50 cents back, it's probably not advantageous to go that route. Just my 2 cents, but just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so much that goes into rehabbing a house.
Yeah. Systems, like I think. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Roofs, plumbing, electrical, and heating and HVAC. Like really main systems, they gotta function. So spend some time making sure everything functions right. If you have to forego doing the exterior, forego the exterior. Put money on the inside, make sure everything is right. Because at the end of the day, the buyer will appreciate moving into something that they don't have to invest into. Because who knows what the buyer's looking for. Yeah. But in most cases, they're not looking for a fixer if they're in the market for a rehab. Yeah. And if you're putting out a flip that's substandard, they're not looking for that. The price you get is going to reflect the condition.
I think we can speak from experience. It's like exteriors always last on the list. It's like always, and we have I mean, the biggest sell, the biggest flip, the most money made was on a house where we could not afford all of our ideas at the end of it, and
ran out of money,
and it's still sold for a great amount. And then, you know, the new owners did what they wanted with the exterior, and it looked amazing.
But that's a perfect example. I dug plants out of my own house.
You did.
And I drove them to the house to plant them in the front yard because I ran out of money. I put grass seed down. I was there every night watering the lawn because all the money went to the inside of the house. But the house sold, And at the buyer's request, they just said, hey, can you put some landscaping in it? I said, yeah, sign off on the agreement. As soon as I know I'm guaranteed money, I will go borrow more money to invest a few $1,000s into landscaping. Done deal. But that just shows you that the landscaping didn't need to sell the house. It was just something they requested. The house sold itself. That house was baller.
It was a beautiful house.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are thinking of getting into rehabbing houses, stage it. My sister stages all of the properties. Stage them correctly. Like, don't. I mean, she could say more than I can. I don't know much about staging. That's why I hire her.
I mean, you just want to pay attention to the style and the vibe of the house. I mean, I repeat things that I use, decor items, all the time. Sometimes I repaint canvases to like match the vibe that I'm going for. You just want yes, staging is important, and if you hire one, they'll know. If you hire a good one, they'll know what they're doing. But you want it to feel like home. You want to get a feeling when you walk into the house, and that is the whole point of staging.
And don't think you can do this on your own. If this is going to be your first one, consult professionals, talk to a contractor, talk to a designer. And it's important to go through the right processes to avoid mistakes we made early on. Yeah. Because we thought, oh, this is easy. Let me just do it. No, you are going to make mistakes, but as part of the learning process, the more you can gain from your first couple, the further you'll get when doing your next few 3, 4, and 5, and 20 rehabs. We haven't done that many. I'd have to look. I've probably done less than 10. But all of them have been super successful. And it's just hard living in Los Angeles. It's like there's a plethora of people going after one product, and in most cases, I can't compete with the people paying top dollar. So it's hit or miss, but we're still swinging for the fences.
Yeah, and I think being conservative like that has been a blessing, because we've seen other people go after the same projects and, in our opinions, overpay for them, right, and then don't put in the money that they should to make them look good because they're trying to be mindful of their profit, and then they don't make the profit.
The product flops, or
yeah. So I think a lot of people are out there and they're hungry to flip a property, but I do think being conservative and budget, being mindful of your after repair value, what the house is going to sell for, and everyone has pipe dreams, but really look at the comps and see, hey, like, what potentially could I get for this, and like, what is it going to cost me to get there? Yeah.
Last thoughts.
That's it, I think. Good luck.
Your money, good luck.
Good luck.
Your money is made on the acquisition, not on the sale. Important to remember that. Whatever you buy it for is going to determine the spread in your profit. So really focus on your acquisition price. Don't focus on the resale price so much. Always focus on what you need to acquire the house for. And if it doesn't make sense, walk away. There's always going to be plenty of houses. Get in contact with local wholesalers or local investors. We tend to send blasts out to local real estate agents because they're the first to get a listing. And if I can get something done off market, even better. So. Yeah. And keep good relationships. That's all I gotta say. All right. See you on the next one.
Bye.